Hi, it's Michelle Madrid, and I want to welcome you to this episode of Electricity TV. I'm coming to you on a really somber morning because um, our family lost our beloved dog last night of nearly 15 years. Jack would have been 15 on May the 4th. And he had been so healthy all of his life. For the last few months of his life, he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. And so yesterday, all I will say is that he succumbed to that in a way that felt very sudden and felt extremely unexpected. And my family would never be ready to lose Jack, but yesterday we certainly weren't ready. And I think about, what we've been going through, what yesterday was like. It was very hard, but then also this morning waking up without Jack in the house. And if anyone has lost a pet, you understand how empty the house can feel after your beloved pet is no longer with you. And so I started thinking about tears, and I started thinking about the stacking of negatives and the stacking of positives. And the first thing I had to do was just to continue to let my tears flow. My tears flowed so heavily yesterday that when I woke up this morning, my eyes were swollen almost shut. And I thought about what are my tears trying to tell me? Because we don't often listen to our tears. We often just see them as droplets of frustration or sadness, but I really think that they're storytellers, and they have so much to share with us if we lean in and ask ourselves, would my tears say if they could talk? I mean, that's really the question I want to pose to you today. Do you ever wonder what your tears would say to you if they could talk? If you stopped and listened and leaned in and listened to the language of your tears. And today, when I did that on this morning, the first morning without little Jackie in our lives, what my tears said to me was this. They said, don't stack the negatives. Start stacking the positives, because that's what Jack would want. And so there are a lot of negatives. We lost Jack yesterday, and it was hard, and it seems unfair and cruel. And I could stack those negatives for days, but I don't think that I'm serving the memory of Jack well if I do that. So today I am stacking the positives. I am remembering the nearly 15 years of life that he lived, much of that healthy and happy. I'm remembering how he walked in his little strut and how happy that made us all feel. I'm remembering his love and his sensitivity. And I'm remembering that he was with us yesterday when he passed. That could have gone so differently. He was surrounded by love and affirmation, and the knowing that he was treasured and will never be forgotten, as we laid our hands on him and prayed over him as he took his final breath and left this earth. And it seems to me that stacking those positives gives me so much more hope. Another positive knowing that I will see Jack again someday. Another positive knowing that he is in heaven and that he has a beautiful place in heaven, and that there's no more suffering. Those are positives, and I want to focus on that. And I know I will see him again. And so I guess the message of this Electricity TV episode is to listen to your tears, because it's an illuminating part of your humanity. And if you don't listen to them, in a moment of loss, you may be caught up in stacking the negatives. When your tears are saying stop, feel the negative, feel it, yes. Release the tears, release the emotions, let them go, let them flow, but then start stacking the positives, because I think that's how we move forward, and I think that's how we remember well those we love, be them our pets, or our parents, or our friends, or anyone who has touched our life who moves on before we do. So again, listen to the language of your tears. Follow their directives. They have so much to say. I wish you so much love and peace on this day. And I wish you a fond remembering, a peace-filled remembering of those you love who have gone on before you. Be well, my friends, and stay electric.